The president adding more names to the list of people he's pardoning. This time, a couple of cattle ranchers whom many of our regular viewers may remember. They went to prison and inspired an armed protest at a national wildlife refuge. It was a case that brought new attention to the debate over how much land the federal government should be allowed to control. The year was 2012. A jury convicted Dwight Hammond and his son Stephen of committing arson on federal lands near their ranch in southeastern Oregon. The ranchers had argued that they set a controlled burn on their own land to protect their property from wildfires, but that it got out of hand and spread to federal lands. The judge gave them a light punishment, but prosecutors appealed, and the father and son each ended up with a 5-year prison sentence. This sparked a 41-day armed standoff near their ranch, led by Ammon Bundy. Demonstrators said the Hammonds were victims of federal overreach. Dan Springer live in our Northwest newsroom. Now, a pardon.
Yeah, hey, Shep, this is a huge victory, obviously, for the Hammonds, but also for the Bundy family and cattle ranchers across the country. The occupation of the wildlife refuge in Oregon was initially aimed at preventing Dwight and Steve Hammond from having to go back to federal prison for 2 arson convictions. But during the standoff, the father and son did turn themselves in. A statement from the White House today reads, quote, "The Hammonds are devoted family men, respected contributors to their community, and have widespread support from their neighbors, local law enforcement, and farmers and ranchers across the West. Justice is overdue." Ammon Bundy, the son of Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy, led the occupation in Oregon. In a Facebook post today, he praised God for his mercy. This is another stinging defeat for the federal prosecutors who fought for that mandatory 5-year sentence for a fire that burned 139 acres of federal land. Bundy called it a travesty of justice, and he never was convicted of any crimes after the 41-day standoff ended. A federal trial judge in Nevada also threw out the case against the Bundys stemming from an armed standoff there, so the Bundys and their cause celeb appear to be vindicated today. Shep?
What are critics of the president's pardon saying about this, Dan?
Well, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Portland and the Bureau of Land Management had no comment today, but the environmental groups are furious. The Center for Biological Diversity issued a statement that said Trump's pardon abandons human decency to signal encouragement for violence and extremism among his base. But the Cattlemen's Association, which fought for the pardon, says this means there will be less conflict between ranchers and federal land managers.
This administration has made it clear that they want a different tone, that they want to be better neighbors, and this kind of action from them is exactly what we were hoping to see.
The Hammonds were scheduled for release in a year and a half. President Trump has now issued 7 pardons and commuted 2 sentences. Jep?
Dan Springer live in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you.